For the kettlebell clean, clients will start in a hinge position with one kettlebell on the floor. Grab the kettlebell handle close to the thumb side corner. Make sure you're keeping a loose enough grip on the kettlebell so that it can rotate in your hand as you bring it up into that front rack position. The power for the kettlebell clean should come from the hinge position. As you go into a hip extension, you will bring that kettlebell up towards your chest in a high pull position, keeping it low and close to your body. Drive your elbow back next to your ribs and let the kettlebell handle rotate in your hand as you end up in that front rack position, keeping your wrist neutral. A great way for a client to understand and feel the rotation and the path that a kettlebell clean should take would be to start in the kettlebell front rack position and then lower the kettlebell down to the floor as they drive their elbow next to their ribs and bring the kettlebell down in between their feet. Another variation for the kettlebell clean, instead of doing the Deadstart Clean, bringing the kettlebell up from the floor every time, a client could do a swing clean. For this movement, they would bring the kettlebell back in between their legs, bring their forearm up to the inner part of their thigh, using that hip extension to bring the kettlebell into a high pull, rotating in their hand and ending up in that front rack position. A key element to watch for in all kettlebell clean variations will be that the kettlebell is not slamming into their arm. To prevent this, make sure they're generating their power for their high pull from their hip extension. After this, they are then bringing their elbow up next to their side past their ribs. And then third, they're cycling their elbow out in front of them as they let that kettlebell rotate in their hand. This is the case for the Deadstart Clean and the swing clean. If a client is slamming the kettlebell onto their arm, regress the exercise and have them use their free arm as a training wheel, guiding the kettlebell up into the front rack position. Walk them through the fundamentals to make sure they're using their hip extension and high pull, keeping the kettlebell low and close, and their grip is loose enough so they can rotate the kettlebell handle in their hand as they end up in the front rack position.